Welcome. We are back with another podcast. This is episode 4 of season 3. We are back in this thing with my beautiful co-host. I am Dre, and that is Miss Jenni.
Miss Jones.
We are... Calm down. We are Coffee with Jenni Dre. Coffee with Jenni and Dre.
Who am I, people?
Well, yeah.
So let's get to Coffee of the Week.
Well, let's get to Coffee of the Week while you're on it. Break it down
All
for
right.
us.
Today, I'm excited about it. I found this cute little spot called Civil Goat.
Okay.
They actually do their own roasting of beans off of South Congress.
Nice.
So Nico was there. He helped me. He explained everything to me. He was super dope. So basically, they are stone fruit forward, and then they want like a milk chocolate finish.
For sure.
Which I dig. Again, they're about to open their 4th location in Austin.
Yeah.
Civil Goat, really cute. They also have like food. They had toast and food. So if you want breakfast or lunch, you can eat while you're there. They have really good food. So yeah, let's check it out. Let's see what you think. I've already brewed it up.
You already said notes?
Yeah, so it's a stone fruit forward.
Okay.
A milk chocolate finish.
Okay.
It also throws nectarine in
You
there.
want to tell the people that might have tuned into the last podcast the little pastries you were talking about?
Macaroons.
Macaroons.
We couldn't.
Okay.
I said the little cookie pastry sandwiches. They're macaroons.
Mm-hmm. Okay, I like that.
Yeah?
Yeah, I can taste there's some bitter in there though.
Because it's stone fruit forward.
Whatever that means.
You know what a stone fruit is?
No. I know what a fig is.
Baby, name a stone fruit. Name one.
Baby, come on. Just not a test.
Okay, a stone fruit is fruit with a big seed in the middle. That's called a stone
plum.
fruit. It's not a fig, I'll tell you that.
It's not a fig.
Oh my God.
All right. Let's we don't have any, so we got one product review today. The jacket that I'm wearing right now. This is a windbreaker. It's for like golfing and everything. It's from Open Door Parking, the commercial that I always do. They sent me some products. I got some hats from them, and they sent me their windbreaker. This is their golf windbreaker.
So nice of them to send that to
it's
you.
pretty dope, man. So it's for like raining and things like that. I am a golfer, so it's nothing like having like the brand on your shirt or your jacket while you're playing golf and hitting like 140 and shit. So that's like not a good representation of the
hey,
product.
you look good while
but
you
I
do
look
it.
good while I'm wearing it, man.
That's
It's
all that
very
matters.
light. You can wear it like right now in Texas it's super hot. So when it's raining or when you got a little brisk chill or a little bit of wind, it's
Brisk.
Oh, you like that? Oh, yeah. So it's a great product, man, for golfing or just, wearing it around. It's super light. It's a super dope product. So Open Door Parking, we really appreciate the love. And I'm definitely going to be wearing this more often when I go play golf, especially when the weather gets a little cooler down.
I love it.
So, yeah. So this podcast, like I said, is episode 4.
Right.
We're going to be talking about this discussion, or the main topic is going to be about what women want in a relationship versus what men want in a relationship, and why there's such a big disconnect. Because on things that you read, it's always women want this, men want that. They never can bridge that gap, so it's always a disconnect. So we're going to start off.
I think never and always is strong words.
Never and always.
Yeah, because
they're trying to figure out how to bridge that.
Right.
Gap. Let's figure that part out.
Okay.
So everything that we're going to be reading from is going to be from fling or love. So this is not Jenni's stats. This is not Andre's stats. This is from fling or love. And a little side note: we don't know if they interviewed 50 people, 100 people, 1,000 people, or how many people they did these breakdowns with.
We're just going off of this one specific article. Fling or love.
Fling or love.
And so what they're talking about, again, piggybacking, is women's priorities in relationships versus men's priorities, and then the common disconnect between the two.
For sure.
So we're going to read some of these.
We're going to read you're going to read the women one.
Okay.
Well, maybe I should read the women one because
just read 'em.
You can answer the questions.
Okay, go for it.
You know what I'm saying? So women's priorities in relationships. Number one, I don't want to say number one, but the first bullet point is emotional support and understanding are top priorities for many women in relationships.
Right.
Do you want to touch on that, or you want me to read the other ones, or you want to touch on?
I can touch on each one.
Let's do that.
So here's the deal. I can already see the disconnect because when women so desperately want emotional support, men are not emotional creatures. So for us to ask y'all to provide us with emotional support, that's a big undertaking.
For sure.
Because that's not what y'all are good at.
Can you explain to the men that listen to us what is emotional support for a woman?
So just listening, being there, being understanding, because we are emotional and y'all aren't. So just, you don't even have to say anything. Just listen to us sometimes without, oh, here you go again, or like, just listen. Sometimes all a woman needs to do is get it off of her chest and feel like somebody is there for her.
For sure.
Because we are so much more emotional. So for us to bottle our feelings up is harder than it is for a man.
For sure.
Because we're too emotional. We need to get that.
And man, sometimes, you can listen without really listening. So you can, not like that. Well, kind of like that. But I'm saying, like, you can listen and still be like, because sometimes they don't want you to talk. So sometimes you might not even be wanting to hear what the shit they talking about. And sometimes you can just listen.
Okay,
and let
that's
them talk.
not called emotional support.
Oh, my bad. Listen, fellas.
Men, don't take advice from this guy.
I'm just saying, sometimes you can be listening and still watch football at the same time.
No, you cannot.
It can happen.
No, a woman is not going to feel seen or heard while you're watching.
So do you want the focus, like eye contact, focus on the listening?
Make us feel heard.
Okay.
Did you hear that?
Yeah.
I don't know if you did.
Do you feel heard in this relationship?
Ooh, yes.
Okay.
Sometimes.
So whoa. What's the percentage on that?
I don't have a percentage. I could throw numbers out.
Yeah, I have a percentage on how, if I'm being heard or not. I know the percentage.
What is it?
I think that I'm heard in this relationship about 92% of the time.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
So the times that you say I don't listen, what does that mean?
Well, when I say you don't listen, it's only because, well, you do listen, but then you don't do it like the right away.
The right way?
Well, the right way or the right away. Or
Okay.
right when I'm saying something about it. But like 92% of the time, I think that I'm heard. I feel like if I say something, or if I don't like something, or if I feel some type of way about it, I feel that you address that pretty rapidly. I feel like women hold more empathy than men. So whenever what I'm saying, I say something, I feel like you take it in more. Mostly women can take it in more. I feel like men don't. They have to process things more before they show their empathy, because I feel like sometimes men might say, I'm sorry for something, but at that time, they really just saying sorry to get out of the situation, or get out of the argument, or get out of whatever they're discussing, just so they can move on. But then, after a while, they'll process it and be able to speak, better.
Okay. So emotional support and understanding.
And then number 2, this comes up often. This was on our last one about divorces and stuff, but this says women value financial stability and shared responsibilities more than men, highlighting the importance of equal partnership and mutual respect.
Okay.
Talk about that. Since y'all think that it's never nothing financial.
No, nobody said that.
That is not conditional, or that is whatever.
Nobody said
that. Okay, I
that.
just want to,
Yes, women value financial stability.
Okay.
Knowing that everything's going to be okay. Knowing that we don't have to struggle. That's a big thing for a woman. It's feeling stable. That's part of providing and protecting. That's what, you talk about roles.
Yeah.
That's your big role. That's what, it's so hard when you have, thousands of listeners. This isn't across the board, like we've said before.
Yeah.
Like, not all men want to say, I'm the provider and protector, but a lot of them do, and you happen to be one of them. So that's what we're talking about in this instance. I think men, I shouldn't speak for men, but I feel like it's very important for y'all to be able to provide and protect, and whatever that looks like for you. Does that mean you have to have millions in your bank account in order to provide? No. But like, however that looks for you, yes, a woman feels safe in that instance.
Yeah.
feels like we're taken care of. Does that mean we don't contribute? No, we still can contribute in different ways, and we can still work, but it's just still, yeah, I mean, I understand. This to me is different. Financial stability doesn't have to mean gold digger.
Yeah, for sure.
Totally different things.
Yeah.
Like if I have standards and how I want my life to be, and you aren't doing any of that in order for me to be where I am, but this guy is, that doesn't make me a gold digger. Like,
Yeah.
now if you're solely going after that guy because you know he has money and you don't really have interest in him other than his money,
Yeah.
that is a gold digger.
Okay.
But I think most women have really legitimate like feelings and love for someone, and they have standards of what they want, you know, their husband, how they want to be provided or looked after.
Tessa left something on our Instagram about when we were talking about the when I was talking about the financial part, and she was like, "Yeah, it's more of like standards with the stability part. It's not
Yeah.
like it's not more so like I'm looking for somebody to support me and all that, but it's just a standard that a woman has set for
The
themselves.
quality of life you want to live.
for sure.
And
Because like we was listening to, like a man or the woman, like whoever is the financial breadwinner, whoever type of thing, can affect like your life.
Like if you travel,
like how you travel, like the house that y'all buy, the cars that y'all drive, like any of that,
The
because
schools that
the
your
schools
kids
you,
go
you
to.
can go to, because it deals with not only financial stability, but your credit, you know, things like that. So it all that is bottled into one.
Which again, when you're young, you don't think about all of these things.
Yeah.
Like when we were, when you're young and you're dating, you're not thinking about, what house am I going to live in and what school district and like none of this. So part of this is just like what we're doing here is talking about stuff so that hopefully someone young will engage and be like, "Ooh, maybe I should find out his credit score."
Yeah. But I don't think you should get, I don't know, we're kind of getting off subject, but I don't think that you should marry yet anyway if one or the other's credit is bad.
I think that you can still get married, but you need to be upfront with where your
You
credit
got to talk
is.
about it. But I'm not saying bad. Like, well, if you got like a shit ton of stuff to pay off, I think, granted, not like student loans, because that's
Right.
a lot of people have a lot of
So many
student
people
loans.
have
So many
student
people have student loans. Not that, but I'm saying if you got 2 or 3 repos on your shit, or if you got like
That
you know
needs
what I'm
to
saying,
be-
evictions or anything like that, I feel like those things should be discussed, because if we get married and we never talked about our credit, and then we're like, man, we're tired of renting, let's go purchase a house, and then we're like, oh, I can't purchase one, my credit's a 590 or 600 or something, then you're not able to reach those financial
then
goals.
that now affects him or her, the other person.
For sure.
And so, yes, those things should be discussed.
Yeah.
So financial stability really, I mean, is important from both ends, but it tends to fall on the woman. And again, we talked about that. There were times where women, and I said this before, we didn't work, but it's not that we didn't work. It's like we weren't allowed to work at a certain point either. So like and even with that, financial stability, back in the day, I think I talked about this briefly before, you couldn't marry outside of your class.
Yeah.
Like in Germany, that was illegal. Like if I was below you, you weren't allowed to marry me. It was illegal. So like this has been conditioned for a long time for women to want to marry someone because of financial reasons. And I don't even like that I said want to, but to look for financial stability.
For sure.
I think it is okay. And again, it's different than being a gold digger. It's totally different.
To piggyback on the same bullet point, it says highlighting the importance of equal partnership. What does that mean to you?
So it says shared responsibilities more than men. Yeah, I think, and then highlighting the importance of equal partnership and mutual respect. So I think that goes again from back in the day where women couldn't vote and women couldn't do, a lot of women don't feel like we're looked at equally. We're below men. And so feeling like we're equal in our home would be really important. Yeah. I'm not your child. I'm your wife, and I should be looked at as your partner and not as someone below you.
So,
but not, okay, so for me, but I still allow you to make the decisions.
For sure.
I still have enough respect for you. You make those rules, but I would like for you, if you're not unsure, to feel confident in coming to me and us discussing it on a mutual level of respect.
Yeah.
And knowing that we can come up with the right idea together.
So traditionally, biblically, and or if you're into all that stuff, but it says, God first, men, women, kids. So some men use that as like they're above the woman. And I think that, without stepping on anybody's toes, I think that if you look at it in that retrospect, like, God's first, men's not above God. It's not an equal. We're not equal to God. Like, men are not equal to God. And then it's men, and then it's women. Women, quote unquote, are not equal to men. You know what I'm saying? And then you have the kids, which kids are not equal to the woman. Not saying that it should be like that or it's worked like traditionally. That's how that stair system is. So when you're saying equal, a lot of people look at it that way, and then a lot of people look at it in a different way. I think that when you look at it, just look at it in your way, because equal, that word equal makes it, people get all sensitive and dicey about
just
it.
Equal in the relationship.
Yeah.
Meaning, I don't want to feel beneath you.
For sure.
I feel like we should be equal partners in what we do.
Do you think
we
the men
have
should lead?
different roles?
Yeah.
Yes, I think you're the leader.
Okay.
I think we have different roles, but I don't want to be talked down to because you think I am beneath you.
For
like
sure.
There's a difference. We're a partner. I'm your like, we're supposed to be together. Like
For sure.
we're talking, in the Bible it says like, this is, you're going to leave your mom and dad. Like, that's what we do. And then we create our own family. And in that own family, we're supposed to be one.
Yeah.
And you can't be one if someone constantly thinks they're above the other.
Yeah.
It's that I respect you and let you lead.
Yeah.
If I was sitting here fighting for power, that would be different. I'm not fighting for power. Like, I'm saying you're the leader of our family, and I think that you'll make the right decisions for us.
Sure.
But I feel like at the same time, you should be able to look at me as a partner and not as a child.
In the relationship, do you think that because in our relationship it is totally different. We run our relationship totally different than somebody else would. So let us know in the comments or DMs or whatever y'all want to do. But in your relationship, who makes the final decision? Like, regardless, like, me and her might be able to talk about something,
Right.
but she might, voice her opinion. I might voice my opinion. I might feel more strongly about something than she does. But at the end of the day, who makes the final decision? So financially in our house, I make the final decision on like, where are we going in I don't want to say the final decision because we're going to talk about it, but like, if she was pushing more towards something and I was pushing more towards something, you know what I'm saying, but we had some common ground in there, but I wanted something a little bit more, I'm gonna make the final decision on that. Not because I make, I pay the bills and make the money or whatever. It's just that financially wise and respectfully wise, she respects that even if she wanted to do something a little different, that I'm not gonna lead us into a bad situation. I feel like the final say so, and with the kids, we always we're gonna back each other on that if she says something. I mean, there's been some times where she had said something and I did something totally different with the kids, or like, she said don't do this and I did that with them because sometimes we have those type of things, or I'm just doing it to get on her nerves. But like, it's certain
Are we
areas.
talking about buying candy for them?
No, just different things, just
Giving them
like
red
discipline
40?
wise or whatever. But like, you made me get off my what I was talking about, but like, there's different, there's difference in like who has the final decision in things. And I think in our house, most things I got the final decision on because she respects me enough and feels that I would lead in the right direction.
Yeah, but I don't like the way that sounds because I know people are gonna be like, oh, but because but very rarely have you done something. I can't even think of anything that you have done or that
Yeah.
that I wasn't okay with. So
For
it's
sure.
not like I don't know. I mean, it's not like you're just out there like,
Making decisions
oh,
with
I'm
yeah.
the one. I'm gonna make
Yeah,
all
yeah.
the rules, and I'm gonna,
Not like that at all.
It's not like that.
Yeah, yeah.
It's just, yeah, I let you lead, and whatever that looks like. But it's always you're never gonna go out there and just do something blatantly that like disrespects me, or that I was like, that is absolutely not gonna happen, and then
For
you do
sure.
it anyways. That's never happened.
For example, if I want to make an investment into something, I might
Yeah.
tell her about it and say, hey, listen, I'm going to be investing in this, that, and other. And she might say, voice her opinion about it. But at the end of the day, if I want to make this investment, I'm going to make the investment. Not, you
But
know
I
what I'm saying?
also think that is like a huge, like, that's a can be very stressful.
For sure.
Because if it goes wrong, you can't blame me. All
No.
you can blame is yourself.
For sure.
And so like that's why I'm okay. Like if you're gonna make those decisions and those I don't want to make those big decisions because I don't want the responsibility of, oh crap.
Yeah.
I made the wrong choice. And that's a big thing. So
For sure.
it's a big thing for me to like to just have all my faith in you, but it's also a big thing for you to have to choose like what is right for the family. So
For sure.
I don't want that responsibility.
Yeah. On this last bulletin point, it says studies show that 93% of women prefer emotional connection and communication as a key aspect of fulfilling relationships.
1000%.
Touch on
So
that.
like if we're not vibing, if I'm not feeling emotionally connected to you, that's where now you're not getting, because I already know in here that one of the big things for men is physical intimacy. So, but if a woman isn't feeling it emotionally, the last thing we want to do is be intimate with you. So that's where I think a lot of disconnects happened, is because women are emotional, and when our emotional needs, we're not feeling heard or seen or touched, and then all of a sudden y'all come home and you want us to just jump in bed and like gaw over you when none of our emotional needs have been met. It's like a disconnect. Women don't want to be touched when they don't feel a connection, generally.
Yeah.
So it's hard to just want to jump in bed when emotionally we're checked out.
For sure.
So that's what that means. And I think that's huge.
Yeah, if I'm if I don't feel the emotional connection between me and you, I still want the cheeks.
Exactly.
It
But
don't
we're
even
turned
matter.
off by it.
Yeah, no, I'm
Women
saying
are
like,
literally
I'm saying
turned
if you were
off.
feeling great and I was emotionally disconnected because I'm mad about something, I still want the cheeks.
Yeah.
Yeah, it doesn't really, yeah.
Yeah, not for a woman.
Yeah. So these are women's priorities in a relationship. These are the main 3 bulletin points from fling or love.
Okay. So men's priorities.
Yeah.
Those were men's. So first bullet point, men often emphasize physical intimacy and companionship, which
Yeah.
we've talked about before.
For sure. And I think that that's correct for a lot of men, that they want,
Physical
the
intimacy and companionship.
I would rather have more of, I don't want to say because it was love language, but I'd rather have, I love physical intimacy, but I really love more of some affirmation, words of affirmation. I really want to be able to, like men hate to feel not needed or useless.
Right.
So like I told you, they did a study on men, men's,
Depression and suicide, wasn't
yeah,
it, or
you
something?
can't say that word they don't like that S word, but like men's depression, and when men commit to going to the next life, you got to say stuff like that. When they're going to the next life, the one thing in the letters that they wrote, the 2 main words that they used in there was not feeling needed and useless. So I feel like men have to feel they are needed and that they are useful in their relationship, in life, in general. I think that they thrive better in society when they feel that way. Those words of affirmation, uplifting your husband, uplifting your boyfriends before they, go to work, or just a quick text message letting them know, like, man, really appreciate you. Thank you for, doing this or doing that. If you just fucking fixed something in the house or did something, man, because he feels like, you know what I'm saying, he was feel useful at that point. Like,
Right.
you know, you got to give those words of affirmation. Of course, physical intimacy is right underneath that for me.
Underneath?
At words of affirmation is first for me.
Really?
Yeah.
Over physical intimacy?
But it's a close, like, it's not like
They're
way
one
out
and
there.
the same?
Yeah,
I mean, that's the second one is
Yeah.
men generally value respect and appreciation from their partners, wanting to feel valued and needed.
Yeah.
Which
So-
I see that from you. I mean, like, I know that that's a big
So
big
number
one for
one
you.
for me, I take respect over love, like period. Like I don't want to say most men, but I think if you ask men respect or love from their spouse or from friends or anything like the family, anything, respect is always first. Like I want to be respected first, and
Right.
then you know what I'm saying, that respect. When you respect me, I understand that you love me. I can tell the love. I can feel the love then. But I'll take respect over love 1,000 times and twice on Sunday.
Yeah.
Yeah. So I feel like
So I feel like even for women, so like, again, while we're on men versus women, so I feel like so often men are like loyalty, love, respect, like be loyal, loyal, loyal. And I feel like women tend to be loyal, but it's like the men that don't give that back to the woman.
the
Like,
loyalty part.
Yeah. And I don't understand why that is. Like, why a woman will go above and beyond for you, and you know she's ride or die, and you know this, and yet you can just like it's not like given back to the woman as much. I don't know why, but I feel
What does
like
loyalty mean then?
that's what, when a woman like says equal partnership, I think that's part of it too. Like someone that is just as loyal to me as I am to them, because you already know loyalty is like huge for me. It's like I'm like loyal to a fault. And so like if I ever look dumb or stupid, like that's where I get like really heated or whatever, because loyalty is such a big deal. Like I don't know the definition of loyal. I'm not going to sit here and like read a definition of loyalty, but like for me, like everything I do for you, I expect back. Like this is where can we talk about like little things? Because we've had these conversations where me and my girlfriends go out or whatever. Like I'm borderline rude to men for no reason because I don't talk to me. We don't need to have conversations. I'm out drinking wine with my girlfriends. I'm married. Talking to a man is not what I want to do. That's not what I want to do.
Yeah.
I'm never the rude one generally, but you know, I'm not, you're not going to talk. I'm not going to have a conversation
Jess,
with
you're
you.
the rude one. Ashley, y'all the rude ones.
They will flat out be like, like if a man comes up and like puts their arm, I mean, they're like, get your arm off of her. Don't do that. You know what I mean? And that's what I mean. Like when men are out, y'all don't do that. Like women approach y'all and talk to y'all.
You can't say men. You can't say because that puts us all in a
Hell yeah, all of y'all.
Okay.
Y'all aren't like, why can women be like, no, boo, go? And y'all are like, E-T-T. It's like,
what?
it's, I don't, just like that.
E-T-T? What is
Yeah.
that?
Like y'all like the attention. And to me, like, that's like, why do you need that? Like, I'm giving you the attention at home. And this isn't like me versus you right now, not our relationship. I'm just saying for women in general. If you're getting everything you need at home, there's no reason. And sometimes you're not getting everything you need, but there's where the loyalty is. But this is my wife. My loyalty belongs to her. I'm never going to give some other girl attention when I have my loyalty is here. Like that's how I look at it. Like
For sure.
I feel like that should be mutual. And I don't know what it is and why men aren't as loyal. I don't know. You can answer that?
So you think women are way lower than men?
Way more loyal.
And you want me to answer what?
Why?
Why what? Why
Like
women
why are men not loyal? Like why do y'all scream loyalty and then y'all can't be loyal? Like this is hard for y'all.
Well, I think
36% of divorces from that last study, 36% of them were divorced because of committing adultery.
I think women hold. I think women are just way more like born with loyalty more than like men. I think women that's just like a common characteristic among women to be loyal. I think that's something that y'all have in y'all. I'm not saying that men don't have that either. But
But y'all want it. Why do y'all want it so much if y'all can't give it?
I never say loyalty. I always, mine is just
Really?
respect.
Okay, respect and
And
loyalty
I feel like those
goes
kind of go
pretty
hand in hand. But I say respect. I don't more than loyalty, and like you said, they do go hand in hand. And as far as like when we go out or when guys go out, it's men, like our brain works differently than women. Like it's not like we're men just going to be extremely rude to a girl, like, bitch, get away from me, I'm married, blah blah blah. I mean, not saying that what I'm saying, we're not as rude or anything like that, but and I also feel women tend to be, even when you say you're married, they tend to be not caring as much. I feel like.
What do you mean?
I feel like women, not all, but a lot of women probably, or when I've seen more women doesn't care if you would say or see a ring on your finger and don't care as much
they're
as men
aggressive
do.
as hell.
Yeah, okay, that's what I'm saying. They're super
That's
aggressive.
why we rely on our husbands to be like, no.
Yeah, but I'm
no.
saying like
shut it down the second it comes to you.
Yeah, for sure. And what do you mean? All my married boys do that. Like they're not just out here. I'm just saying they might hold a conversation real quick. Y'all don't hold no conversations.
There's
when
no
y'all
conversations
they might hold
held.
not a conversation in the fact of like we're having a freaking whole situation going on, like really like having a deep conversation. But I'm saying like it will be some, back and forth talk real quick, but still stating, hey, I'm married. They see the ring, blah, blah, bam, and all that. It's not like,
But they don't care about the ring. So it doesn't
a lot
matter.
of people don't.
So that's why we would rely or want that same mutual respect back that we put out.
For sure.
That's what I'm saying.
Yeah. Okay, the last bulletin point on this says about 63% of college men prefer serious relationship to casual dating.
That's interesting to me.
Yeah.
College men. 63% of college men.
Fling or love. This ain't my stats.
I mean, I did have a college boyfriend. You were in college and you were pretty.
Yeah,
had a girlfriend.
I had a girlfriend.
So, I mean, I could, if I like think back, I'm like, I guess I did have a lot of guys that I knew were in relationships in college.
But
I think that goes back to y'all want companionship.
Yeah, but I think that because a lot of people find their
in college
they find their person that they're going to marry in college. But I think that when you're a freshman, sophomore going into college and you're a dude, you don't need to be in a relationship.
I don't think so. I've told you this before.
I think you need to be doing your thing. Not saying doing your thing out here, just getting it popping, but you need to be enjoying yourself and enjoying college and like having fun, doing whatever y'all think is fun. But I don't think you should be in a relationship like you're like freshman and sophomore year. You're still trying to figure out yourself. You're finally at your parents' house.
There are some men out there that can do it.
Yeah.
But I think the majority seems like
there's some dudes that just have to be in a relationship.
Right.
But there's, what I'm saying, there's some dudes like that.
Yeah,
like,
that's true.
Never had a single season, like where they're just single, and if they are single,
but there's women out there that do the same.
And then boom,
and
back in a relationship.
It's like you always know it. Like they can just never be without somebody.
Yeah.
Second they break up, they have somebody else. I think it's maybe they're scared to like look at who they are and like what they want and do the work on themselves to figure out. Because they always end the same way. I have friends who date, and the same thing happens in every relationship.
You can never hear when you bounce.
Well, that's why I'm like, and I'm one of those friends that I keep it 100 at all times. So I have a friend, I'm like, you have to start looking at yourself.
Yeah.
It's the same thing. Because she's like, I keep meeting the same guy. I'm like, it's the same cycle in every relationship. Mm-hmm. The same story with this dude as it was the last dude. So like, you have to start looking at yourself and realizing like it's okay to be alone. Like you don't have to have somebody in that moment.
For sure.
Does that mean you're going to be alone the rest of your life because you went 2 years learning who you are and what you want in life? No. Like just take that time to figure out who you are. I did. After my college boyfriend, I went several years before I met you. You were the next
relationship.
Guy. Yeah, but
you were dating.
I was dating, but I wasn't in serious relationships. Mm-hmm. That's not what I wanted to be in. I wasn't like, because I had just gotten out of a years-long relationship. Like, I didn't want to have to jump right back into another serious situation. I wanted to do me for a while, and I'm glad that I did that. A lot of women, a lot of men don't.
Yeah,
they don't do that.
Yeah, for sure, for sure. But 63% seems high.
It does seem high.
Yeah, for
But
college.
according to Flinger Love.
This is college men prefer to
Yeah.
be in a relationship to casual dating.
Yeah, that's interesting.
Yeah. All right, let's jump into what's the next one, babe?
That's it. Because
No, we got common disconnects.
Yeah,
We
I was
gotta
going to
talk
say,
about
so the disconnects, which I think we've kind of talked about,
Yeah.
probably some of them. So the disconnects, which I think, again, we kind of hit on some,
Mm-hmm.
was the first one is communication styles different significantly with men and women, often being more, men being often, where am I? With men often being more solution oriented. I don't know how I feel about that, while women seek empathy and validation.
Yeah.
I feel
totally.
like women want to fix things. Women want a solution more than men. You don't think so?
Y'all are emotional creatures.
I'm not saying I feel like I want to fix things. So maybe just for me, this is different for me.
Yeah, because y'all are emotional creatures.
But empathy and validation, I don't feel like I need validation all the time.
No, but you're emotional. Extremely.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Extremely.
Yeah.
I'm just
yeah.
normal emotional.
No. I think you're highly emotional.
As,
Middle, in the middle.
who are you comparing me
Highly
to?
emotional, middle emotional, and not so emotional. You're in the middle. You're right in the middle.
Compared to who?
I'm just talking about the women that I've known my whole life. Just women that I've come across. You're in the middle.
Name the last time I was emotional.
Today on the phone.
I'd left a funeral.
Why would you ask me a question and then I tell you when you were
Well,
emotional?
come on.
Well, I just asked you.
Yeah.
Yeah. So, okay, today on the phone. You're emotional. The other day, a couple weeks ago, you lay in the bed and watch old videos of the kids, and you cry. Like, what are you talking about? Who does that shit?
Because they were babies.
Yeah, she sits on her phone sometimes, and you're like,
I can't look
it has
at
like
old
the
pictures.
memories of like, yeah, your iPhone goes like memories. She looks at them shits. I walk in the room and I'm like, what the fuck? What happened? And then she doesn't want to talk about it. So I'm thinking like, damn, what happened? Like, what's going on here? What happened right now? And she was looking at pictures of the kids, and she's crying
It was a
in the
lot.
bed.
I was bawling.
Like that's what I'm saying. You're emotional in the middle.
Okay.
So want another one? I'm saying I got so many examples.
No, that's
like
enough.
so many of them.
Thank you.
Yeah,
okay.
like
Another disconnect. Women typically want to feel heard and understood, whereas men might focus on resolving issues quickly.
without fully engaging in the emotional aspects. Read all that.
Okay.
Yeah, because y'all are emotional.
Okay, maybe y'all don't fully engage in the emotional part of it, but women want to fix stuff. That's why men, y'all want to walk away from a fight. What if a woman wants to sit there and fix it?
It's not always fixable
okay.
on the spot.
Men and women, when we fight, a woman, based off of me and my friends, our whole day is screwed when we're in an argument. I can't focus. I can't do anything. Men, y'all are smoking a cigar with your boys, chilling, laughing. Like a woman cannot do that.
Because we can, shut off, like,
Compartmentalize.
We can just do that easily. Like when I'm out smoking cigars with the boys or we're out doing something, shitting around, I'm not even thinking about
shitting around,
shooting the shit. I'm not even thinking about like the argument or whatever that is. Like because that's how we're not trying to do all that. We just trying to. We're trying to focus in the moment. We're in the moment of where we're at. That's what you should start.
It's not.
Got to be in the moment where you're
at.
You know why?
Only 2-year-olds can really be in the moment.
Yeah, you know why? Y'all emotional.
They live in the present.
You're supposed to. Like, what are you talking about?
You're supposed to. It's just not possible sometimes.
So, what that is saying is that y'all are just, extremely emotional, and
here you are with your.
That's not what that's saying.
Extremely emotional.
Okay, read it again. Where we at? Read it again.
just. We want to feel heard and understood.
Okay.
Whereas y'all just want to fix it and pretend like it didn't happen and move on.
No. It says we're just solution orientated. So that means like, and also like,
if there's no solution right then don't talk about it.
Why?
Yeah.
Like, why are we talking about it?
Because we're hoping to find a solution.
You can't fix something right away. Like sometimes, and also you don't, and also, you know, I feel like if it's a big heated argument, sometimes it just don't need to be addressed right there. You should walk away. He should walk away, and you know, definitely figure out the right words to say, because when y'all getting into it and you know, if I say something that's hurtful, you're going to take it wrong way because you're extra emotional in that moment. So whenever you be able to walk away and to be able to, think about the argument or think about what the other person said or hear what they said and then be able to process it, you're able to have a better answer or better address the situation. So then
people are going to get on me for this one. So then is it possible that when you are in a heated argument and you know that it's going to ruin my whole day because I have I don't do this anymore, but like say in my past where I'm like, oh my God, I'm going to come home and all of his stuff is going to be packed because that's what I've thought men do, right?
Yeah.
So for women that are still stuck in that and you have a fight and now all you're thinking is, oh my God, he's going to leave or this is going to happen or da-da-da-da. Could y'all come together and say, we can't talk about this right now. I love you and I'll be back, but I'm going to go so that we're not in this. Can a man do that?
Easily. They, of course.
I think that would help a lot for a woman to feel heard. Like, I hear you. This isn't going to be fixed right now because we're too emotional. So I hear you and I love you. But we're not going to talk about it right now. And I'm going to leave. And I'm going to go smoke a cigar. And then we'll come back. So that the woman isn't just sitting there stewing. Like, what is he doing? What is he doing? What does he think? What is he?
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
Yeah, for sure.
I think that would be cool if people could do that. Easier said than done when you're mad at each other. But if you're in a mature relationship, I feel like that would be pretty dope.
Yeah, for sure.
If you could do that.
I get it. I understand. Totally.
And then we fixed it for you in that moment. And then our emotional needs were hit to an extent.
For sure. And those are like the common disconnections. And it's just like I said, in this discussion or topics we've been discussing, you know, what women want in a relationship versus what men want in a relationship and those disconnects. So now it's really just about like bridging those gaps and being able to understand what men understanding what women want and women understanding what men want.
So Gary Owen.
Yeah. There's a book, right? About what men, no, didn't Steve Harvey have some?
Steve Harvey.
Yeah, that was a book like what women want type of deal.
Yeah. But Gary Owen, hilarious. We just went and saw him. He was in Austin this weekend. He's hilarious.
Yeah.
But what did he say? What does he say men want?
Just you know what I'm saying? If he had a hard day at work, he just want to come home and clap them cheeks. You know what I'm saying? Just, you know.
I mean, he was just
basically what he's saying.
Men, and there's a woman, or it's like, intimacy, feed them.
Give them some good loving.
And words of affirmation, right? Men, y'all make it sound so easy for y'all. Whereas women are emotional and more complicated, and but it's not that. We want the same thing. It's just
y'all want to be fed. You want clap them cheeks. And,
no, but it's like pay attention to us. Give us a hug. Give us a kiss. Maybe it's not go clap cheeks like you want to say. But give me a hug. Give me a kiss. Like that type. Like make me feel seen. Like damn, babe, this food was banging today. Like you don't do that.
I'd never tell you.
You'll say it's all right.
But you already know what that means when I say
I'm
that.
Saying, so maybe sometimes put a little oomph behind it.
Oh, okay.
And then maybe you'll get something.
So you need some words of affirmation about the food.
Not just, food.
Okay. But I already tell you that it's good.
Or, I'm going to stop there.
Okay. Yeah. Get yourself together.
Yeah.
So anything else you want to address on this? You want to say about what women want?
No, I think all of this has to do with, being mature and understanding a woman and a man. We're two totally different creatures. We are not the same.
Yeah.
We have totally different needs. Understanding the needs of your partner and making it a priority to make sure those needs are getting hit.
For sure.
Every day.
Communication.
If possible. Yes.
Communication. So again.
Because then you get to clap cheeks and I'm happy. So
for sure.
It all falls in line.
It all flows together.
Yeah.
It's called the circle of life.
No, that would be if I ate you.
Oh, whatever. Where's this coffee from, baby?
Oh dear, the coffee is from Civil Goat.
Okay.
Downtown, or not downtown Austin, but in Austin. They have 4 locations.
Four locations. Look them up.
Civil Goat.
Yep. And like I said,
yummy.
thank y'all to all our listeners. We thank y'all for tuning in. You can find us on Instagram, TikTok. We're on all streaming platforms. We get busy, folks. So, like I said, if you want,
keep the comments coming.
We've got a lot
of good comments.
Definitely.
Anything y'all want us to discuss?
Any topics? Definitely. If you got a product review you want us to, showcase, send it to us. We'll be happy to help y'all folks out. We like supporting small businesses. We like all that good stuff like that. The next podcast is going to be about we're doing this is a little teaser for the next 2 podcasts. We're doing one with a couple of my guy friends, and we're doing one with a couple of her girlfriends.
Separate from each other.
It's going to be called, mine is going to be called Tequila with the Boys. So it's going to be like tequila. Instead of coffee with Jenni and Dre, it's going to be tequila with Dre and the Boys. And we're going to be, drinking some tequila, talking shit, giving you an insight of like my friend group. We got a single guy. We got a guy that's freshly in a relationship who is riding high right now. We have a guy that's been divorced and now is engaged again and about to get married. We have a married guy who is, just like me, just a married guy. And then we have
good old married guy.
One guy that is dating a woman with a child. So we're gonna have a pretty good sit down group, different aspects and views.
Yeah.
And then she's going to have her girls on there, and that one's going to be called Wine with Jenni and the Girls. And they're going to be discussing what?
Wine down time with the ladies.
What is it about? Come on. What are y'all going to be talking about? Wine down with the...
Come on. Yours seems like all fun. We're women. We're going to be sitting around drinking some wine, talking shit about y'all.
No. Are these girls... What's the dynamics? What's the... Like, what are y'all going to be talking about?
We're talking life with kids, life as a woman, why we can't get together because you have something and you have something and you have something. Mm-hmm. Just life as a mom, life before mom, life during mom.
Yeah.
Like just being wives, being ex-wives, being, mothers. And
good conversation. So that's going to be coming up in the next few podcasts, man. So be looking out for that. We just like to thank everybody for tuning in. Like always, we want to thank the Round Rock Studios, who always gives us this space to be able to create and to be able to
it's fun.
Give y'all some good podcasting stuff, man. This is Coffee with Jenni and Dre. I am Dre.
And I'm Jenni.
We'll holla at y'all. Peace.
Bye.